I'm having an interesting conversation about fighting this battle against evil. And it's a hard thing to explain, mostly because we don't have the comprehension. We don't know the language. We don't know the meaning behind some of the conversations we have. So, a lot of things that I may say, you may not understand the meaning behind what I'm saying. Now, I know there's an awful lot of things wrong in the world. Hell of a lot of abuse going on. I see the corruption in my own life. And when it was happening to me and saying, hey, we need to stop this, we need to fight, we need to make change, my anger was the driving force that made me want to fight in this battle for change. And as long as I was in that fight, I lost the battle because I was watching myself turn into the evil that I was fighting against. Evil's angry. Evil's everything negative. And while you're angry, you're negative. While I was angry, I couldn't communicate effectively. I had already lost the battle simply because I didn't have control over myself because I was so angry about all of the corruption that was going on. And while I was in this battle, I'm perceiving everything that is a battle. Things that weren't even a battle, I was making them into a battle. I was seeing things that weren't really there. But as soon as I calmed down, as soon as I got centered, as soon as I sort of was the love, was the peace, which I'm really pissed off about people that just say be the love. That makes no sense. It's not about just being the love. Um, it is an aspect of part of the big picture. You do have to be the love. You do have to be the peace. But you can't feel like you're at a battle. Because as long as you're battling, then you are still trying to win something. You're not putting yourself in the position of being the winner already. But when you are the love and you are the peace, and you see that, okay, we just need to transform problems into the solutions. That's the only thing that we're challenged against is recognizing a problem. And it's like, okay, how do we turn that around? How can we fix the things that are wrong into all of the things that are right? And if you see that that's the only thing that you need to do, there is no battle. I mean, we've already won the battle. We already know everything's wrong. You've got a whole friggin' globe, basically, wanting change. We want the good. We want the solutions to unfold. More people want solutions. So it's not like there's a battle that needs to be won. We've already won the battle because we already know things need to be turned around. So the only thing we are left to do is, yes, while being the love, communicate how solutions unfold. Teach how we transform problems into solutions. We all want it. That battle is won. It's a matter of, okay, now we need to calm down a bit and figure out, okay, how do we transform everything that's wrong into something that's good? That's an easy thing, but the first step is you got to stop the battle because the battle has been to win something. And while you're in a battle to win something, you've already lost the game. Already put yourself in a position of, okay, we've already won. That's a done deal. We're in a power position now. We have won. No question. So now it's a matter of, what do we do? What do we do now that we've won the battle? What is it we want? How do we change things around? How do we see a solution instead of seeing all of the problems? Today, there's more opportunity for change than ever before in history. This means a lot of work, a lot of opportunity for everybody if we decided, hey, solutions are the way to go. Get out of the battle, get into the solutions, and then you feel like you're already the winner. And then you walk into the solution of it. Now, I'm seeing some really, really weird posts from my perspective. One of them was some religious guy that's telling me if I want to see the truth, just read a Bible. It's like, and the more revealing words to that was, there is no debate. How come a Bible can't be debated? How come it's so closed inside a box that you can't debate it? You know, that the only thing that you got about a Bible is Bible quotes, but you actually can't show me how you live by the Bible you believe in. There's so many things wrong about a Bible. I mean, so many people within religion that are doing nothing but judging other people, and they don't have any comprehension of how to judge themselves. It's like they're in an argument with themselves and they won't debate themselves, and they know their life isn't working. They know that religion just creates war because you're judging other people and you're not being anything that you happen to believe in, and there's no debate about it. Which I find is like, isn't that a little insane? How come you can't be what your Bible says to be? And if you are being what your Bible says to be, and I point out that's a little harmful, that's a little contradiction, how come you can't debate that? How come you can't look at self? One of the biggest things is judgment. It says it right there in the Bible, don't judge anybody, but yet people believing in Bibles do nothing but judge other people, and they can't judge themselves. But and the words were, it's righteous judgment. So you've judged yourself to be righteous. You've judged yourself to be better than all others. You've put your ego state of mind, above all else. And it's like, guess what? You're human. You're just the same as everybody else. You're no more special than anybody else, which means any judgment you do is just as powerful as any judgment I do against you. You want to judge me to be wrong? I'll judge you to be wrong. I will do the exact same thing as you do to me. What's good for you should be good for me. Follow your own advice. If I follow your advice and I live by your standards, how come you judge me to be wrong? Doesn't make any sense to me. Then I see some investor guy, his YouTube channel was Investor, and this guy was, there's a lot of people that have different levels of skills, and lower skill levels should be paid less money. So the guy that's doing all the work, the guy that's slaving, shouldn't be allowed to get as much food as you do, shouldn't be allowed to have a home like you do, shouldn't be allowed to raise kids like you do. Even though they're doing all the work, but an investor is sitting on his ass doing nothing thinking, I got all the skill. Well, have you lost everything? Have you lost all your investments? Have you lost your house? Are you now being homeless? The homeless people that you wanted to shoo away because they weren't too comfortable to look at, and now you are the one that's homeless, and you're going to blame somebody that has a higher skill than you? Well, live by your own rules. Somebody with higher skill is earning the most money, and just because you are not earning that money anymore, you've been just put in your place according to your own rules. So does that make any sense? When these really wealthy people become homeless, maybe they'll see how they created other people to be homeless because they were so busy judging themselves with their egos to say, my skill level says I should earn more than you. No, your skill level went and taught you in school that money was everything, that you are nothing unless you have money, and now that you've lost money, you're going to start believing that I'm worthless, and then you're going to lower your self-esteem, and the only way to gain your self-esteem is to lower people again. And meanwhile, it's like, how did that game play out for you in the first place? You are not your stuff. You are not money. You are not what the school system has taught you to be. Our school systems, if you really, really want to understand what the school systems do, it's socially creating psychopathic killers. And you can't see that. You've detached yourself. This is how these elites, these evil people that call themselves evil, they have different families that are disconnected from each other. They only are entitled to know just the right amount of information, but not the whole information, because that's how evil works, is as long as we don't know the whole picture, we'll do everything wrong. And that's the goal, is to do everything wrong. But if we all got connected and we all had the same information, oops, the game's over. So it's like the way these elite families control themselves is exactly how they've pushed onto all of society. Disconnect everybody. That's why government doesn't know what the hell is going on. I see one interview with Sarah Palin, who wants to kill the messenger, Julian Assange, but then she's using the information that's coming out of there saying, oh, now we know more. Yeah, if you gain more information, guess what? You'll create world peace. You keep information hidden, you create nothing but war. So while you are fighting about, oh, we don't want information from WikiLeaks, it's like you're supporting war. You want war. You want to be a killer. You want to be everything evil. To gain knowledge is to be connected with everybody on the planet and say, hey, you know what? We don't want war. We don't want to kill our planet. It's just a friggin' insane game that we are waking up to. I did notice some changes on the internet, and it just seems to have readjusted itself. And I am seeing a lot more information. You know, that the media has been sort of in their face, that while they want to criticize Julian Assange for not being a reporter and we should shut his mouth, they're starting to realize that, if we don't take his side, we're next. Just like these investors. You know, they didn't want to stand up for anybody that was homeless, so they were next. The next thing that's going to implode on them is these elites. It's going to implode on them. But they have a death wish. They don't like life. They don't see the value in life. And it's more of, we need to teach them what life is about, what love is about. They don't have a comprehension of it. But as long as we're sending hate towards all of these elite people that happen to enjoy hate, we're feeding the hate. So it's like you got to start sending out some love. And not at the same time accepting bad behavior. Just question bad behavior and say, why would you want to be that way? You know, be the example of what love looks like so that it might be a little attractive and people might want it more. You know, don't be saying negative things about people because they will turn into negative. But, you know, find something good to say about somebody, and then they're like, oh, I'm good about that? Let me do more of what's good, because I really like the feeling of somebody saying something good about me. You know, if somebody says something bad about you, the walls go up, the fight gets on, and it gets escalated. So say something good about somebody you think is negative. See how that works. Might be a completely different shift. Just a thought. Could be wrong. Peace out.